What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Raid Shadow Legends. And today we are actually on the free-to-play challenge account that I started about a month ago. I think I'm going to start calling this the Minimalist account, given the rules that we've put in place here. In case you guys forgot about that, basically, this account we're only using our starter champion, champions from the first 10 mystery shards that we pulled, and any of the champions that you're kind of guaranteed to get when you first start the game. So like when you get Sniper from your first mystery shard, Crusader from the first stage of the campaign, War Priest, Rocktooth, and then any of the fusions that we might be able to complete that are in the fusion section. That's kind of what we're going with here, in addition to the login champions. So we're on the account today. It's actually day 31. It's hard to believe a month has already gone by on this account. Let's go ahead and claim this small pack here. And then I wish I had these sacred deals on my main account. It's a shame. Let's go ahead and claim that free gift. And we can kind of do a little quick catch up on the account here. I'm not going to play too long. This is going to be a pretty quick little episode, maybe like 15 minutes. I kind of just wanted to do this just to kind of bring you guys up to speed on where we are on the account. We are, like I said, 31 days in. Let me just show you guys the login reward calendar. You can see we did get 500 energy today. And we're going to start our quest to get Yaga the Insatiable, who we actually will probably use as a poison specialist, mainly for the clan boss. We're going to be taking advantage of a lot of the epic champions that we get from the logins, including Dark Ethel. Remember, on this account, we are not pulling any shards besides our mystery shards for the first 6 months that we are going to play the game. But this is actually a pretty cool looking month. We get a bunch of books, we get some artifacts. We get some accessories, which is nice because the spider has not been kind on this account quite yet, but we're kind of working our way through a lot of the content, even with our restrictions on the champions that we can use. So let's go ahead and get a purchase there to start our daily quest. We'll pull a couple of mystery shards here. I basically pull all my mystery shards every single day just for the off chance I can get a rare out of the mystery shards to use as a 3-star chicken as we try to level up some of our champions. As you'll see, we are kind of struggling a little bit in that area, but it's not really holding us back too much yet. We have managed to get Ethel up to level 60, which is pretty cool. We'll go ahead and jump in there and take a look at our roster here in just a minute. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go in and do my 5 arena matches real quick too. Now, one thing I did do this week, actually, is I went ahead and started doing 3v3, even though our team is terrible. We don't have really enough champions to even do this. But I went ahead and did my 10 matches just so we can start getting the 400 gold bars every week. Because there is some stuff in the bazaar we can kind of definitely use, mainly these Drexar fragments. And I figured if we could start picking up a couple of these a week, we could start working on getting him. That's one of the regrets I have on my main account, is I really never focused on getting Drexar fragments until now, and my main account is like 9 months old and I've only got like 56 fragments, but on that account I did finally get up into silver 3v3, so I've been buying the accessories more than anything at this point. But I figured it was time to go ahead and jump in there. We can just kind of show you the teams we're running here on defense. It's just kind of what we have. We got Jizo here as our leader on the first team. Team 2, we got Ethel with a couple of common champions, and then Shaman at the end there. And then we did just get Khatun on day 30, so we've kind of put her in there as the lead there with some of the other uncommons that we do have. So nothing special here, just something in so we could just kind of go ahead and start doing 3v3 just to get gold bars. And then Arena is kind of the same thing. We're kind of just floating between Bronze 1 and 2 right now. You can see these teams still pretty tough to deal with, even though we are in Bronze 1. There's a lot of well-built teams already, and that's going to be a little bit of a struggle. I think from day one we kind of said on this account we're not really too concerned with how we do in the arena. We're kind of just here to do it and farm up some bronze medals, get our Great Hall built up as much as we can just from those until we start focusing on it. You know, we're going to have a tough time getting some great arena champs, especially since we're not using that defense down from War Maiden. We're not allowing ourselves to get any campaign champions in this playthrough. This is basically, like I said, the super minimalist free-to-play challenge, so we can see how far we can actually go in the game without really using anything too crazy. So should be a very interesting experience. All right, we lost our guy there. It's unfortunate, but Ethel now is actually at 60, and she is able to hit pretty hard now. Unfortunately, so is Kale, but I don't know if we'll be able to survive this one. See if our lifesteal gives us back enough. We might be able to actually pull this one out here. So yeah, it looks like we will. I got her to 6 stars and actually finished her mastery. She does have War Master now, which is really helping out in Clan Boss. But it's pretty cool. We were able to get her finally up to 6 stars. And now we can start working on some other champions that we have to see how much further we can go with the progression there. Okay, cool. There's a single champion defense, which is nice. We should be able to auto that. He does revive himself, but no big deal there. This should be a pretty easy win there. You see, we are getting some tournament points too. There is an arena tournament going on right now. That's an interesting team here with Kale. That's Cillian the Lucky or Baron. I can't remember which legendary champion that is, but let's go ahead and just see how we can do here. I see they've got a Sawai Firstborn, who's going to be an interesting champion after the Void rebalance that they're getting ready to start working on. So we'll see how that goes. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to pull this one out, but that's fine. Again, we're not really caring too much about the arena on this account. We're kind of just doing it every day to get our daily quest finished and get that energy that we need to level up our champions there. So let's go in here. We did get our classic arena 5 times. We got a lot of energy now, which is also pretty cool to start the month off with, or the new month on the account. Also, I guess it is May 2nd, so we kind of are starting off a new month. We got 50 energy there also. So that's pretty cool. But one of the things that actually did surprise me quite a bit about this account is if we go into our portal here, this was just from a month of playing. We got 33 ancient shards, 4 voids, and 1 sacred. The sacred, I'm trying to remember if that's from challenges or from finishing one of the campaigns. It might be from finishing the hard campaign. But you get a bunch of void shards too from logins and stuff. So this would have been pretty cool. It's actually kind of neat to see how much you actually do get as a free-to-play. Your first month in the game, it's actually very free-to-play friendly. And then also, if you're staying up on your quests, we're about to finish our weekly quest or our monthly quest tonight, which means we will get a void and another sacred shard. So, you know, I gotta be honest, the game does give you quite a bit when you first start out. It's kind of cool, and then obviously, you know, hopefully when you pull these shards, you get something good that helps your account. But it's kind of neat to see, you know, not using any of those resources, just exactly how much you're able to get there. Let's take a look here at challenges. We're on part 4 of 5 for the champion challenge, so we have to upgrade 4 rare champions to rank 4, the champion rank 5, and then win a campaign battle with 4 champions of 50 or higher. Artifacts, we're up to 7 out of 10. We've got to reach 30k HP with a champion. Dungeons, we made it to 3 out of 5. We're basically on stage 7 of Force, 6 of the Void. Block debuffs on stage 7 of the Void. I can't remember if we have a block debuff champion, so it'll be interesting to see if we can get that one done. And then Arena, of course, we're actually still on part 1 of 3. We got to reach Bronze 3, and then we'll get our rare book there. So that's kind of where we're at on the challenges, about a month into the game. Arbiter missions, we are 71 out of 76, so actually doing okay. I haven't paid attention to these in a couple of days, but we're on the one where you have to equip 2 attack champions with level 12 plus gauntlets. Boots and chest of attack percent is the primary stat. I'm not quite sure we even have those gear pieces at this point, but I'll probably look at that later this evening when I go through and continue to play after the video. So that's kind of where we are. We're doing pretty decent so far, I think. Yeah, we can kind of take a look at the roster. Remember, anything with a heart is what we basically are able to use. I don't know why the hearts keep falling off of Shaman and Jizo. That's kind of a very annoying little bug that's still in this game. But we did just pick up Khatun, and actually it's pretty cool. I wound up putting her into a lifesteal set. Usually you would go straight up speed with her, and that's what I would have preferred to do to use her in arena. But again, on this account, we're not really focusing too much on the arena early, except for just trying to farm some bronze medals. So what I did was I actually went and farmed up a bunch of lifesteal gear that had speed substats. We have her in speed boots. We've got a little bit of speed on the chest. We have some speed on the gloves with the 2-piece speed set there to get a little bit extra there. We got a little bit of speed there on the shield. Unfortunately, no glyphs right now to be able to put on those. Got some speed on the helmet and also a little bit on the weapon. So we actually were already able to put her up at 180 speed on the first day that we got her. So This is something that's incredibly important if you're playing on a new account. That's why I always say try to farm up that speed gear and that lifesteal gear early on from the brutal campaign if you can. It's going to be very helpful for you overall, very helpful for your account. To be able to put your champions early in the game, like look at our Ethel. We have already got Ethel at 195. So we've got a lot of champions that even though our gear isn't that great, we're able to actually get some of them going pretty quickly just because we've been able to get some of that speed gear and put that on them. But we still have a ways to go. You see our Shaman is also pretty fast, 99 plus 82 there. And Jizo is actually doing okay once we get him glyphed up. I'd like to get his speed a little higher, but again, he's only level 40, so he doesn't have his highest base speed just yet. But we're doing pretty good. We got the roster coming along pretty nicely, and then we've got some food that we have to work on building up. Now we're kind of in the phase where we want to get some level 50s that we can pair up with Ethel to try to 3-star the brutal campaign. We go into the champion vault here. These are just some of the champions. All of these here are going to be used for one of the early fusions. That's really, really easy if you're a new player. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. We've got a 40 here to make into a 5-star chicken, and we've got Apothecary who we've just been leveling up whenever we're doing our farming at night. Just pulling him out of the vault to get him in there and level him up. So when we do get to the 6-month mark, we'll be able to finally start using some of these guys. Then we got 2 of the Shadowkin uncommons just because they're kind of cool and I want to have them later on when we get this account ready to go. We did get a Sacred Order amulet. Cool. Might as well just throw that on her just so we have it. We'll go ahead and level that up. That'll give us one of our daily quests finished. That's one of the things that's been tough so far is doing the spider dungeon because we don't quite have the champions up to a decent level to do that quite yet, but we're getting there. Ethel's able to carry pretty hard in a lot of the dungeons, and now that she's got Warmaster, we should be able to start progressing a little bit further, but we'll see how that goes. Double crit damage roll there, that's kind of nice, and again, we don't have any glyphs, not being able to run all those faction wars by only having very limited factions on this account is going to hurt us a little bit at the start of the game, so let's go ahead and grab that daily quest there. We've got to do 3 campaign bosses. That is pretty easy to do, so we can do that real quick. Again, I don't want this episode to run too long because we are, this is kind of just a quick update here. But you see here, we are on the brutal campaign. We're up to 222 out of 250 stars. We have finished the campaign, so that's good, but we're on the process of trying to 3-star the last couple of stages here. Godfrey's Crossing is where it started to get a little too difficult to do it with 2 people, so we were able to get all the way through the Deadlands with basically using Ethel and War Priest to go ahead and get that done. Let's go ahead into our favorite stage to farm here and see if we can't get some speed gear to drop. Probably won't, but it never hurts to try. See if we can't make a couple food champions here. We'll just do 3 of these real quick. I'll burn my auto battles later on somewhere else after the video. Like I said, we've got about 700 energy to go through tonight, so that's going to be pretty cool to be able to do some farming, maybe do some mastery work in the Minotaur, because we do not have an XP boost right now, although I think we might get one tonight with finishing the monthly quest, but we'll see. But that's kind of what the plan is on this account. We're going to start working on masteries on some of the champions that we're going to be using. Like Jizo, and it's kind of nice actually. The one thing I'm finding out about this account that's kind of cool is being more ultra focused on this roster is actually allowing me to progress champions a little bit more quickly in the areas like masteries and getting them gear, because you don't have so much to actually get masteries and gear for. So it's kind of a neat little side effect of going so minimalist with the roster on this account, but pretty cool. And honestly, it's a bit of a nice break from my main account, because after that Brogni fusion, I kind of need a break from the game, so it's kind of been paying attention to this account a little bit more, and also on my other free-to-play account, just because I need a little bit of a break. The fusion that they're coming out with next week, I'm actually probably going to skip. I don't think I'm even going to worry about it, because it's just becoming too much to be doing these fusions every single month. Alright, so there's our campaign boss. Increase a champ's level in the tavern 3 times. We did get some potions tonight, so that should be pretty easy. Or not some potions, some brews, so that should be pretty easy. See if we can just feed those into High Khatun and get her up. We want to try to get her to 40 pretty quick. There we go. I'm just going to give her everything because why not? She's one of my favorite champions. It's going to be nice to be able to use her on this account. And then I was talking about the fusion a little bit earlier. What we've got in here, if you go into your portal, you have this fusion tab here. So these are champions that are available to everyone to actually fuse. You do have to get some champions to drop from the campaign. Surprisingly, as we've been farming campaign, we have not had any of the actual fusion rares drop for this guy. We'll have to eventually do this for our Arbiter missions. Same thing with Rosin. We do have Rocktooth, but we're using him on this account. This is probably something, I don't know if we'll, you know, since we're not pulling anything above Mystery Shard, it's going to be kind of difficult to get all of these rares. But Broadmaw is pretty easy. We actually can get the shards for Huntress from Fragment Summons, and the same thing with Bloodhorn. You can actually buy those in the Bazaar for 3v3, so that's kind of another reason we wanted to start doing that. As you can see here, you can get their fragments here, so that they put that into the game. It's kind of a nice feature. It makes it a little bit easier for you know, free-to-play players to be able to get that, and you could eventually fuse Broadmaw, this epic Lizardmen support champion, who is getting a little bit of a rework. I can't remember exactly what's changing with the kit, but already a pretty solid champion, especially if you don't have anything better at the support level. But what we're going to do in the meantime is we're actually working on, we need 2 more champions here. We're actually working on getting Arbalester and getting Stone Skin. I don't know how much they're going to help this account, honestly, but Arbalester is kind of just a single target damage dealer. So we're going to go with that, and then we should be able to get Stone Skin pretty easily. He's got a Provoke, which, you know, is okay. Turn meter fill is not bad. With 60% increased defense buff is pretty good for 3 turns. That's not too bad. And attack all enemy with decreased speed is decent. So, you know, these are some okay champions if you're not really, you know, getting anything decent to drop. They're not game breaking or anything, but for this account, they should be helpful, and they're very, very easy to get at the beginning of the game when you're getting all these uncommons from your mystery shards or the campaign. So I think we're actually pretty close to being able to fuse Arbalester, so that's something we might work on tonight as well. But that's kind of where we stand with the account right now, just to kind of bring you guys up to speed, and then we can go in and we'll check on the dungeons real quick so you can kind of see where we are on that. Minotaur, I think we have gone down actually pretty far. We're at stage 10 already, so we've only got a couple more to go here. Now next week, all these potion keeps, with the exception of Minotaur, are getting pushed up a little bit. So I believe we're going to get stage 16 to 20 on these potion keeps, and then we're going to get stage 21 to 25 on the main dungeons. So that's going to be interesting to see. Ice Golem, we've actually, okay, we've gone up to stage 9. Dragon, we are up to 10. And then Fire Knight, I don't think we've done much, stage 6. Okay, so Spider, we haven't gone much beyond. Oh, actually, okay, I thought we were still on 4, but we're actually up to stage 6. But we want to try to get up to at least stage 8 so we can start getting all 3 pieces and hopefully get some 5-star drops. I know Spider is going to take a while to push on this account. Given the champions we have, we may have to wait to get Dark Ethel to be able to do something there. And then Doom Tower, we haven't even been really trying that. We don't really care. Clan Boss, I don't have a key. I'll get a key in about an hour, but you can see here now we're over 5 million on 2 keys, so we are getting the top chest on normal, which actually has some decent rewards. This is you can get ancient shards, you can get some void shards, rare and epic books, so some pretty good stuff here. I thought about moving up into the hard clan boss, but the drops you get on the first couple stages here, which we probably wouldn't be able to do much more beyond the warrior chest, are really not that good until you get up to the knight chest. So we're going to stick with normal for now. We're going to try to get some of those void and ancient shards and those books to drop before we think about moving up to the next level there. So faction wars, again, we're at I think 26 altogether. Sacred Order is most of those. That's the one we're usually able to do because we just don't have the champions really. I don't think we have, you know, we can't really use him because he's a food champion. And dwarves, I don't think we even have a dwarf on this roster. Oh, we do have one, but again, he's a food champion, so we're not going to be using those. We can only use those champions with the heart marks on our roster when we go into faction wars. That's another one of the restrictions we kind of put on the account. So that's kind of where we are, guys. Great haul. Again, is not going to be anything crazy. We did these 3 level 1s for a great haul mission. And then I just got another 50 medals and put resist on my magic champions, since those are going to be most of them. And that's kind of where we are right now. 87% win rate in arena. Wow, look at that. That's impressive. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this kind of catch-up video for the Minimalist free-to-play account challenge that we're doing here. Let me know what you think so far. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask down below, and I'll do my best to answer those as soon as I can. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you again next time.